So 2022 has started with a bang. It's a complex story, but in one of my homes, there was a death uh, that involved police. It involved crime scene investigators in those crazy, like, white suit things. It involved a coroner's van and a body bag leaving the front door. Um, I've had, therefore, some significant financial pressures put on me because I'm now paying two mortgages in Sydney on two different properties, which are basically both half empty. Um, I also have had some really unexpected things happen at work where I'm kind of being forced to deal with deadlines that didn't exist literally 2 weeks ago. And I've got family breakdowns and people moving and needing to kind of support family to get through a whole bunch of really, really serious stuff. So it's been feeling pretty heavy going. Not to mention that I'm still living alone because, unfortunately, as 2022 begins, I haven't been able to, well, not that it's my job. The person that I do love hasn't been able, unfortunately, to work through things enough that, maybe we'd be in a different space. That's not a bad thing. It's just what it is. So my friends are really worried, and, they reach out and they're like, are you okay? You got to look after yourself, do something nice for yourself, love yourself. And there's a lot of great ideas. There's, the massage and the facial. To be honest, I'm really ticklish, so that totally doesn't work. There's, yoga and walking and meditation, and I kind of do those things every day. So while I know they're really good for me, I don't count them as loving myself because they're not special. And that probably doesn't make sense, but it doesn't really work. And then there's, things like going on holidays or, doing something extravagant. But because I'm a bit financially pressured, I feel like I'd be loving myself less to spend the money on something that I don't really think I need. There's also the fact that I am a horse. It's Chinese New Year. Happy Chinese New Year, everybody. My godmother sent me this great video about my horoscope for the year. And one of the things it said was, I have the opportunity this year to really focus on my career and making lots of money. So I could love myself by, really working towards a promotion or, like, finding a way to get like a whole bunch of cash in the bank. And I don't know why, but for me, that doesn't quite make sense as a way of loving myself. The idea of, like, getting a promotion or having the money, it just doesn't make me feel good. It doesn't excite me. It's not a bad thing, but it just feels a bit empty. So my head's been really full, and, I was like trying to get this talk done and I couldn't do it. And Abigail was great. She said, maybe loving yourself is giving yourself the freedom not to do the talk. And I thought, oh, yeah, that's right. Saying no, having some boundaries. But I felt bad that I wasn't doing the talk. And I thought, what can I do now to make myself feel better? And I did it. And I decided I need to do the talk because I need to show you how it works, how it turns out I love myself. So the way that I love myself and look after myself and care for myself is this guy. His name is Sleepy Bear. Sleepy Bear has been with me for many, many years. You may recognize him from such videos as My House Burnt Down. I love myself by lying on the bed in the middle of the day and, as a grown woman, taking my teddy bear and cuddling him and talking to him about the shitty things that are going on in my life. And by the way, Sleepy Bear is really good at responding, so he's a really good nodder, and he can actually, if I can do it right with one hand, he can kind of shake his head. And he also has a really good butt dance. And he listens, and I debrief, and at the end of it, I just give him a massive hug. And somehow I feel better. So it turns out that he is how I choose to love myself. As weird and as silly and as not as cool as everything else I could be thinking of to do to love myself sounds, he's the thing that makes my world better.